So I gotta give a little bit of a rant about basketball. Not 1v1, but at least 3v3 up to 4v4, 5v5, even 2v2. And the thing that I want to talk about is people are missing the whole point of basketball. The whole point of basketball is for enjoyment, right? There's different ways to play it. If you just want to win, there's definitely a way of winning where you have somebody like Stephen Curry, just getting the ball to him and having him shoot the ball. He's gonna make it 99% of the time. Or getting someone like Kyrie Irving driving and making the shot. All these 1v1 scenarios. But the whole point of basketball really is that there's complexity in the dribbling skills, right? These are called dribbling skills, finishing skills, and these are isolated skills, right? These are much like boxing, right, or Muay Thai, where you have kind of these distinct skills that are kind of, I take this skill and I take that skill and then I win 1v1 versus my opponent, because those are skills that you need to score, which is basically getting a kill or a knockout. It's the same thing, same idea. It's this skill, right? But the whole point of something like basketball is that there's other skills that are involved also, and these are called off-ball skills, and these include playing a set, setting a pick. They include passing, and those off-ball skills are really what distinguish a multiplayer sport like basketball from boxing, right? Because in basketball, you have a whole team of people. And if you want to play the basketball that you want to play, where it's 1v1 and then 1v1 and then 1v1, that's fine. But there's also something called passing IQ. There's also something called pick setting IQ. Are you able to see these picks? Are you able to see these passes? Right? Are you able to make the passes? But making the passes is not the whole point. It's, are you able to see it? Because today at the basketball court, what I saw was from a lot of players is their minds are not able to pass. Right? Mentally, they're just, I'm going to go dribble up the basket and I'm going to pass before I attack. And then whoever gets the ball is going to take it in, drive in, and get the point, or they're gonna just shoot and get the point. And that's not how it is. You're supposed to have, if you have a more complex game in terms of passing, you're supposed to, one person goes in, the other person goes in, and then they pass in the middle. That's one option. There's also options where you go in and then the person is at the perimeter and you pass it back and then they reset and then they keep going and stuff like that. So a lot of these things, I didn't see any of it. So I feel like really it's not how basketball is. Even the feeling of playing basketball when you're playing like this kind of aggressive 1v1 style, it's different from when you play in terms of a team, right? Because when you receive a pass, that feels like someone's trusting you. And when someone's trusting you, you always perform better, and also it becomes more worthwhile. This is just a little bit of a rant that I had to go through, because to me, the basketball that was being played, and for real, if I look at basketball on the internet, it's like really, there's nothing wrong with the skills. There's nothing wrong with the shooting, the dribbling. Those are all perfect. But the teamwork aspect is not there. All right, the teamwork aspect, there's no teamwork at all. Like when some people have it, right? Just to a certain extent. There's people who definitely do have a certain level of teamwork. They have a certain level of passing IQ, a certain level of pick setting IQ. A lot of people, they just don't. And it's like sometimes it doesn't even last 2 or even 3 steps. Like it's not even like, oh, I'm gonna make this thing, so I'm gonna touch the ball and then pass it, and then he passes. One of the games, if I remember correctly, was pretty good. There were a lot of passing. There was a lot of teamwork and off-ball play. A lot of it wasn't. So that's something that I wasn't happy about. And I guess who cares, right? But again, if I was in the NBA and I was playing this way, I wouldn't even want to play because it's not. It doesn't look like it's fun at all. Like it's just lonely. So I feel like basketball should be more like. I'm not saying go to volleyball, but I feel like basketball, because volleyball forces the teamwork. The teamwork has to come in order for you to play at a higher level. But basketball, you're choosing to do it. Basketball is not badminton. Badminton also has teamwork. It's a different feeling, but the feeling of basketball, how it's supposed to be played, is a teamwork feeling. It's a feeling of I am part of a team. And we, as a team, are gonna succeed and win. And means setting picks, getting passes. It doesn't just mean, oh, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna blah 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 blah. I'm gonna just play 1v1 defense and I'm gonna pass it and then he's gonna go in and. So this is kind of something that I had to talk about, and I think it's very important. Because I am going to be playing a lot of basketball from now on to maybe 4 weeks. I think I have 4 weeks of everyday basketball. And we're going to improve a lot. And coming season also is basketball. The next basketball season is where things are really going to get special. But for sure, this season, there's about 4 to 5 weeks left of basketball. And I want to make sure we are off on the right foot and that we do improve a lot, and then later in the winter time people will have time to practice. And I hope that as a group of people who are interested in this sport, we can kind of bring up the level.